They told me I was trespassing on my own land. That was the moment I knew they had no idea who they were dealing with. A few days later, I was standing at a rusted dam wheel that hadn't been touched in decades, watching something no one in that neighborhood will ever forget. Construction machines, worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, slowly sinking into thick black mud where a beautiful lake used to be, engines choking, workers shouting, and the smell heavy, rotten, ancient rising from the lake bed, like something that had been buried for generations. And me, I just stood there, sipping coffee from my grandfather's old thermos, and watched it all unfold. But to understand how it got to that point, we need to go back, because this wasn't just about land, it was about power, greed, and a mistake that cost someone everything. My name is Ezra Blackwood. I'm 52 years old, civil engineer, third generation, and the 47 acres I own. They've been in my family since 1924. My grandfather bought this land for $300 on a handshake. Back then, Timber Lake wasn't even a real lake. It was a logging pond. But he saw something more, a quiet place, a place to build something real. And for nearly a century, my family protected it. No luxury developments, no artificial rules, just water, trees, and time, until she showed up. Constance Petton, perfect smile, designer clothes, big city attitude, the kind of person who doesn't ask for control. She assumes it. Within 6 months of moving in, she became HOA president, and suddenly, everything had to change, according to her. At first, it was small. New rules, noise complaints, about me drinking coffee at sunrise. My dock built by my grandfather was suddenly non-compliant. Then came the inspections, then the fines, then the threats. But the real problem started the day she pulled into my driveway and told me something I'll never forget. "We voted," she said. "Your property will be used for a community development project." I actually laughed until she handed me paperwork. Luxury cabins, private investors, a full expansion plan, and my land. Community donation. That's when I realized something. This wasn't misunderstanding. This was a takeover. See, most people would panic. But I'm not most people. I'm an engineer. And engineers don't argue emotions. We find weak points. So I started digging. Old records, property deeds, county archives, dust-covered files no one had touched in decades. And that's when I found it. Something they never even knew existed. The dam, built in 1923, forgotten by the county, ignored by developers, but still fully functional and legally available. $847 in unpaid taxes. That's all it cost me. $847 for complete control. Here's the part they didn't understand. That dam didn't just hold water. It controlled the entire lake. Meanwhile, they were rushing construction, working day and night, pouring foundations faster than regulations could catch up. Why? Because they were hiding something. With help from a reporter, we uncovered the truth. Environmental violations, illegal dumping, and contamination buried under decades of water. So I made a decision, not out of revenge, out of exposure. Early Monday morning, before court, before lawyers, before their final move, I turned the wheel. Water started moving. Slow at first, then faster. By sunrise, the lake was gone. What remained was something no one expected. Rusting barrels, chemical waste, industrial debris, a toxic mess buried for decades. And right in the middle of it, their $1 million construction project is machines stuck Concrete ruined, workers panicking, and cameras rolling. By the time federal agents arrived, it was already over. They shut everything down, declared it a protected investigation site, and just like that, the people who tried to take everything from me lost everything instead. The HOA collapsed. The project was canceled, and the person who started it all faced charges that ended her career and everything she built. Today, the lake is cleaner than it's been in decades. Wildlife returned, families came back, and my land still mine, exactly where it's always been. Because sometimes the strongest move isn't fighting louder, it's knowing exactly when to turn the wheel. If you've ever had someone try to take what's yours, drop a comment below. And if you enjoy stories where things actually go the right way, make sure you subscribe, because this was just one story, and trust me, there are more.